My name is Flash Isaac, and I'm a teacher from the future. When I was much younger, I saw thousands and thousands of people fail Jamb and unable to gain admission. This made me travel in time. Now I am back with the Flashlearners Jamb app and a series on YouTube tagged 120 Days to Jamb. My mission is to help you blast Jamb and as well get justice for everyone who Jamb has served breakfast. This is episode number 73 of the 120 Days to Jamb Mathematics with Flash Isaac. In this episode, I shall be introducing you to equations of line in coordinate geometry, parallelism or parallel line, perpendicularity, or parallel or orthogonality. So, equations of line, parallelism or parallelity, perpendicularity or orthogonality. These are what you shall learn in this episode. When it comes to coordinate geometry, if you are looking for equation of line, this formula should do y minus y1 is equals m s minus s1. Your equation of line will always be in form of s and y. If I give you something like this, 1, 2, this is obviously your s1, this is your y1. So if you substitute this value here, your equation of line will be y minus 2 is equals m s minus 1. That is your equation of line. What is m? M is your gradient. Or you say slope. In differentiation and integration, which we shall get to very soon, I love calculus. You will see that gradient is also dy over ds. Gradient is rate of change. But for coordinate geometry, or for slope on your graph, gradient m is equals y2 minus y1 over s2 minus s1. Even in your physics practical, if you are asked to look for slope, that is what you obviously do. y2 minus y1 over s2 minus s1. Listen to this, very, very important. If you have two different lines, this first line has its own gradient. The other line has its own gradient. If their gradients are the same, they have the same slope, the lines are said to be parallel. Why not? If I have something like this, and I say the two lines are parallel, they do not touch, they will have the same stiffness for them not to touch. Because if you have something like this, it is not parallel, they will definitely touch. So parallel lines, they don't touch. So their gradient will be the same. So for parallel line or for parallelity, the gradients are the same. Therefore, m1 is equals m2. If you are able to get the equation of the first line, you use the gradient gotten from the first line to calculate the equation of the second line. Life will be sweet for you. Don't worry, you will see questions. Don't worry. For perpendicular lines or for orthogonal line or for orthogonality, their gradients are not the same. However, if you multiply their gradients, m1, m2, you will get minus 1. So, for perpendicular lines, the product of their gradient is minus 1. How does this change the price of garri in the market? If I give you a question and I say the lines are perpendicular, find the equation of the lines. If the first gradient is 2, that is if m1 is 2, in the second line, you will not use this gradient. You will simply say m1, 2 times m2 is equals minus 1. m2 is equals minus 1 over 2. This will now be the gradient you will use for the second line, because for perpendicular lines, they do not have the same gradient. So this is for parallel line, this is for perpendicularity or orthogonality. M1 times M2 is equals -1. This is a $1 million information at your doorstep. Let's see a question. Find the equation of the straight line through -2 and 3. We are given -2 and 3. This is definitely our S1. This is definitely our Y1. Through the line 2, 3 and perpendicular to 4s plus 3y minus 5 is equals 0. We're asked to look for equation of straight line with these coordinates, and this line is perpendicular to this. So what is the equation of line? We have two perpendicular lines. This is the line we need to look for, but this line is perpendicular to this guy. And I told you that for perpendicularity, the product of their gradient should be equals -1. Anytime you are given something like this, equation of line, make sure you make y subject formula, because y is equals ms plus c, where m is the gradient. In equation of line, make sure you make y subject formula, because y is equals ms plus c, where m is your slope. From here, you have 3y to be equals 0 plus 3y is equals 0 minus 4s minus plus 5. 3y is equals 0. 4s goes to the other side of the equal to sign to become minus 4s, and minus 5 crosses to become plus 5. From here, 3y is equals minus 4s plus 5. And don't forget, I said make y subject formula, not make 3y subject formula. To make only y subject formula from here, we divide everything by 3 so that y stays alone. So here becomes over 3, here becomes over 3, and here becomes over 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. Y becomes y is equals minus 4 over 3s plus 5 over 3. Now let's compare it to the general formula for equation of line, which is y is equals ms plus c. You will agree with me that comparing this and this, m is equals minus 4. M is equals minus 4 over 3. This is m1. So we've gotten our gradient from this first equation. And to look for the equation of the second line, it is y minus y1 is equals ms minus s1. So we have s1 and we have y1. From the second line, we are given gradient, but we cannot proceed with this gradient. If we are told that the lines are parallel, of course, their gradient will be the same. But we are told that the lines are not parallel, but the lines are perpendicular, which means the product of their gradient will be -1. So this gradient is minus 4 over 3 times the gradient of the line we are interested in, m 2. This will give us minus 1. Therefore, m2 should be equals minus 1 divided by minus 4 over 3. This should be minus 1 times minus 3 over 4. Ladies and gentlemen, m2 is equals 3 over 4. We've gotten the gradient we need to use, and this is what we shall put here. So, food is ready. The equation of line through minus 2 and 3 perpendicular to 4s plus 3y minus 5 equals 0 becomes y minus first y 3 is equals m gradient, which is 3 over 4 times s minus s1, that is minus 2, to be y minus 3 is equals 3 over 4 s minus times minus is plus, so that is s plus 2. So we've basically gotten what we need. Let's open up the bracket, rearrange. That will give us the equation. We simply say y minus 3 is equals 3 over 4 times s plus 3 times 2 is 6. 6 divided by 4. So 6 over 4. If you want to make this thing very, very interesting, you can choose to multiply everything by 4. And that will give you the equation of line. Anyhow you look at this, option D is correct. This brings us to the end of this episode. I hope you find this class helpful. If you love what you are seeing, subscribe to this channel and don't fail to tell your friends about Flashlearners YouTube channel. Feel free to install the Flashlearners Jamb application and play with questions. Any problems? Feel free to let me know using the comment box. See ya in the next episode.